Hello, good afternoon. My name is Fernando Puron Gonzalez. I'm a full-time MBA student. I'm from Monterrey, Mexico, and I want to apply for the March GIE in South Africa for sustainability. So first of all, I want to mention by that I'm pretty curious about how sustainability is managed in South Africa since we were presented about the water crisis that they had. And actually, that's something very personal to me because we also had a water crisis. Actually, in my home city in Monterrey, Mexico, we had a crisis 3 years ago. Yeah, it was 1 year before coming to MBA. There were water shutdowns by 5 p.m. because our water wasn't gonna last more than 6 months, and it was really tough. Trying to be part of the solution and not part of the problem, and I don't believe our government did a pretty good job with that. And long story short, but luckily for us, we got hurricanes, which wasn't only a good thing, was also bad because a lot of people lost their houses and got affected by the natural disaster. But looking at the good side, all the lakes in Monterey were able to be filled. So 4 lakes got filled, and they're constructing a new one. So I'm not sure if that's sufficient or not, but that's the government plan. So I'm really curious to see how South Africa managed the water crisis and see how I can hopefully in the future be part of a solution in Monterey and to show how South Africa dealt with it, how we could do that over there. And I'm also very curious about sustainability. I know we don't know about the companies we're gonna visit now in South Africa, but going to the KwaZulu-Natal Games Reserve, we're gonna be able to learn about how sustainability comes into play with a national park, where we're able to see natural animals in their habitat. That's gonna be very interesting. And I'm also very curious about the history of South Africa as a whole, how white South African people get along with black South African people, how it's very divided, and all the struggles they've had. And recent days, I've heard about farmers' issues too. So I'm really curious to see all the cultural dilemma there is in South Africa and see what solutions they're striving to do. Because Mexico is not very diverse, honestly. It's mainly that there is indigenous people, but it's kind of lost. It's very small amount. So I'm not been exposed as much as to live in a diverse place as I've had here in the U.S. So that's something I'm very interested to see. Also, the Nelson Mandela story. I'm a huge soccer fan, so since the World Cup in South Africa, I learned a lot about Nelson Mandela, but I want to learn more about his history and his legacy by people in South Africa. I think he's a great example of a person that has dealt through a lot of adversity and has been able to leave a good legacy for his country and the world. Really interested about that. And I'm also interested about, I'm a huge foodie guy, so seeing how the curry on the pineapple, I think that's pretty interesting. I'm pretty sure it's like the tajin for Mexico for fruit that we put, the chili powder. So I'm really interested to trying all that and how maybe they have sustainable farming for pineapples or other fruits, see how they manage all that, how they manage their water and their land. That will be interesting. I'm also wanted to try the biltong. I think it's going to be very interesting taste. And also, again, since it's comes from meat from animals, how they're able to have a sustainable practices with the animals they use for their biltong. And hopefully we can see a company that produces biltong. That would be very interesting to see since all beef is also very big in my country and also in the US. So as of all, I know I'm in operations concentration, but I like to take classes all over the place. And this summer in Emerson, I interned there. I heard a lot about sustainability and how they're striving to be net zero by 2060, that I believe, and by 2030 they're trying to reduce by 50%. So hearing all about sustainability, I'm pretty sure it's going to be a big thing in the near future, and hopefully I can be part of that solution. Thank you very much.